That's what I call slow down. Yep, slowing it down. Let me see. Happy Tuesday. Just breathe into the body. And know that everything is going to be okay. Breathe. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Breathe. Breathe into that body. Breathe into that body. Just breathe. That's all I can say. Breathe into that body. And that's what I'm doing. Breathing into that body. I am breathing into my body. That's what I'm doing right now. Just breathing into that body. Breathing into that body. Breathe into that body. Yep, breathing into that body. Man, what am I talking about this morning? Okay. I am starting this thing right about now. What am I talking about? What is on my mind? What am I thinking about? Well, today I actually started out with what I call a reality check. Yep, namaste, brother Eric. How are you today? I started with a reality check this morning. So today, this is for marathon number 57. I'm gonna see what happens when I get to 100. So I've been doing it in between my job, should I call it, volunteer work, and so I get the miles in these days. So I begin with that reality check. I got up a little. Let me see what brother Eric is doing. Good brother, about to meditate. Yes, go ahead. Very important. That meditation is very important. It allows me to do with my emotions, no matter how bad it is. I get to sit with my, what I call insecurity. And those insecurity usually, oh, listen to that bird singing. Yes, that bird singing. So sitting allows me to deal with all those things. And the more I sit, I begin to realize that those things was just coming from my own ego. That everything is actually the way it's supposed to be. The whole essence of meditation for me is the ability to tell yourself the truth. Self-honesty is what it's all about. And it's really funny how we lie to ourselves more than we tell the truth to others. We deny things. And we like to speak about things that we don't do because we just so much in that denial. It's very easy, and because of the gratification that also comes with it, which is acceptance, and we are a being that just love to be cheered on. I don't think anything is bad with it, even though we're trying to deny that it doesn't exist. But there's just something about people being around you and looking up to you, even though if it's just a tiny bit. So those egos are good and they're also bad. It's very important. But the ability to be able to be honest with yourself, be honest with your own emotion, that is extremely difficult because we have to deal with what we call the negative thoughts. We are thought that we shouldn't think negative, and over the years I started to realize those are all just energy. It's just an emotion that we go through that we cannot even deny. Yes. So those are the things I love about this whole meditation thing. Even now when I'm lifting my feet, so I try to stay focused on what I want to vibrate out. I now begin to realize that focusing your thoughts all day on things that you don't want to bother you, it's a lot harder than running a marathon a day. Because to run a marathon or run 100 miles, you could just move your feet and rest and keep going. But to actually control your mind, that's a lot harder because there's no break in between. And you have to keep on fighting, going back and forth and fighting for your mind to be stable and to be able to see things that the way you want to see it. And also I begin to realize that there's two types of money energies. Many of us, money is wrapped around our emotions. That's why we're very quick to judge others when they don't have it. That's why we're very quick to show off with those things. But when it's just an energy, you think in abundance and you think higher. You begin to think in billions. You just don't care, it's just to think. And I started to realize that the thinking is what makes the richness, not the emotion that goes with it. So in my case, for instance, I begin to put myself in a stage of thinking in abundance more than I've ever realized in my whole entire life. So, and what that began to create in my brain is just, I deserve better. There are just some things I cannot do anymore. But to one who lives in fear all day long, it just will not make sense to say, yes, I believe in abundance. This is just gonna come because it's just energy. Because the trees, the leaves have abundance, so I can have abundance too. It just will not make sense. So it is what I call a blind faith. But the blind faith, to me, is a lot more better than how do I say this without offending? Than praying to something that I don't even know it existed, but because I've been told. So that to me right there kind of messes with the psychic more than I ever realized, because I've seen houses, I've seen nice things, I've seen the world, I've seen the airplane. So if I'm manifesting those things in my brain, and I've seen people who've done wonderful things with their body, so me manifesting those things in my brain is actually reality to me. So, and because of it, I'm able to deal with every situation of my life in a logical manner, where I have to understand where others come from and not just let it be all about me. Because most of our emotions is not all about just us only. It involves others also, whether I want to realize it or not. Because a lot of time when people say things to us and we let it hurt our feelings, a lot of time we tend to forget what the individual is going through or why he said that. So we make it all about us, and that's what creates anger. So psychology, very important. Just to be able to just weigh things and look at things and the way one looks at life. So yes, I love hearing the birds as they make their noises. And thinking high, absolutely, especially when you're thinking high while you do a slow movement on your feet, you actually can see what you're thinking of. You can feel it because you're also using that mechanical energy form to move your body, which is also a totally different ball game. It is Tuesday, and I am loving every moment of it. Morning. So every moment of the day I'm loving, and my day has been a very productive day so far because I was able to get rid of those emotions that I don't want to focus my attention on. So doing that, I was able to look at things from a logical manner and without taking things so personal. So self-honesty is the ability to look at yourself in your heart and truly be honest with yourself and be able to ask yourself, whatever it is that I'm saying to people to inspire people, am I really living on that consciousness? And when you begin to think this way, it is amazing what it'll do to your own psychic. So today, self-honesty day and looking within yourself day, and knowing that everything that is transpiring in your life is going to be okay. It sounds really funny and sometimes it's very hard to grasp and to pray or meditate upon stuff. It's not as easy as they make it look. The only reason why it's easy is because we can put an act to it and like we really mean it. A lot of the times when we pray for stuff, we don't mean it because our spine hasn't got involved. Every time you say you want stuff, pay attention to your spine. You will feel that doubt energy. And that means you have to focus on that doubt. It's just at the tip of your spine. And it makes it look as if your prayers are not being answered. But most of the time when we ask for things, you have to be really mean it. So every time you see somebody praying and yelling, most of the time they don't mean it. To mean it requires self-honesty and always paying attention to that chakras of yours. It is the spine. When you ask something, even when you look up in the sky, is it that because it's not time yet, or because of the negativity that one has carried? But you could feel it in your spine because that thing will just give you one of those But sometimes we still go ahead and praying and acting as if our prayers has been answered, when what I've learned how to do these days, I ask, even though I have this doubt, take this doubt away from me because I'm really serious about these things. Those little things right there about the psychic power is very unique. And it's right there at the tip of your spine. One just has to pay attention to it. Let me slow down here a bit on this beautiful, what is it? Tuesday. I'm almost at my destination. I don't know how much break I'm gonna have today. I don't think it's for long anyway. So I'm gonna say happy Tuesday and practice self-honesty. The things, the advice that you could give to others, give it to yourself. Be really honest with yourself about your spiritual path. Be really honest about yourself, talking to yourself, because you know when you're honest, all the energy that you need to get what you want, be at peace, nobody can give it to you but yourself. It's right in there in the abdomen. So happy Tuesday and with love.